So welcome to today's class, and today we are going to discuss about consuming Spring Boot microservice, which means or communication between two microservices. See, how can we call one microservice into another microservice? So how can we call from the second microservice to the first microservice? Like that, communication between two microservices we are going to see now. So how the communication will be happen between two microservices? So this is very important in Spring Boot as part of microservices. So we will see what are the rules or what are the steps we need to follow to consume an external service or another microservice. So that is what we are going to see now. So for that, so consuming communication between two services, in the sense we need two services, right? Service A and service B. So for that, I developed two services. One is uh, here is the two services I developed. For example, let me share one notepad. Okay, let me share notepad. So service service A and service B. So this is the one service and this is the one service. So here service A and service B. So service A, you can assume industry service. So service uh, industry service. Service B will be the actor service. Okay. So actor service. So whenever we are calling. So let me open. So the services also. Let me open the services. So see, project 6 and project 7. So one is the actor microservice, one is the industry microservice. So let me open actor microservice. First of all, form.xml of I will tell you the flow. So first of all, form.xml, simply starter web I need. No need to, I don't need any other starters. So along with that, Swagger, you know, right? Swagger. So for the user interface. So only this is a RESTful application. So I need this one. This is enough. Fine. So in the actor service, I have a application controller model service and service simple. So let me open model. So actor, right? So actor means name and see star name and description. Actors may be Amitabh Bachchan is one actor and Chiranjeevi is one actor. So like that. So from the Amitabh Bachchan and Chiranjeevi have two different industries. Chiranjeevi is from the Tollywood industry. Amitabh Bachchan is the Bollywood industry, right? So like that, we are having here one is the actor microservice, one is the industry microservice. Let me okay, fine. So in this actor microservice, we have a actor. So actor means star name and description. That is what model. So coming to service, actor service. So coming to interface. So get actors by industry name. So if you are passing Tollywood, I can give the actors like Chiranjeevi, Balakrishna, NTR, Prabhas, Charan, Bunny, like that. If I am passing industry name as a Bollywood, we will get the actors names like Amitabh Bachchan, Abhishek Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai. So different actors from the Bollywood. If I am passing Hollywood, so I may get the English film industry actors names. So like that, we can get the, by passing in this name, we can get the actors names. So where we are maintaining these actors names in service MPL, I created one static DB. So instead of having a backend, so I need to have some data, right? So here, here this is the service IMPL. Just simply I'm creating a map. Map is nothing but a map. It will have a list and it will have a key and values. So one key is nothing but a Hollywood one key. List is nothing but a Hollywood actors. So Hollywood actors, Jennifer Lawrence, American actors. Fine. Will Smith, American actors. So this is the star name and this is the description. So in actor, I'm creating a object. I'm adding this actor to the list. So the same way in industry DB, these fellows are from the Hollywood, right? So I'm adding a key industry name as a Hollywood and list of actors. Fine. And second one. So I'm creating one more object. So some Mahesh Babu, Allu Arjun, Prabhas, and Vijay Devarkonda, Indian Telugu film actors. Indian Telugu film actors. Some description about this actor. So I'm adding this. These fellows are into the Tollywood. Fine. And also I'm creating one more list. So Bollywood. Who is the Bollywood? Amir Khan, Ranveer Singh, Salman Khan, and Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan. So these fellows are from the Indian Hindi film actors. Right? Fine. So now I have an implementation as well as get industry actors by industry name. If I am passing industry name, simply industry name is a key, right? If it is a Bollywood, I will get these values. If it is a Tollywood, I will get these values. If it is a Hollywood, I will get these values, right? The list of values. So like that, I'm getting a static DB. So here I'm adding a static. So if it is the static DB, it will allow entire this class scope. So it will allow anywhere from this class scope. So that is what a static variable scope. Static variable scope. So it will be available the same method, same map will be available within the class, and also this static block. Also, this static block will be executed before executing non-static methods. So whenever we are calling, it will be ready. It will be ready. It will be ready state. So that is the reason we will get the response now. So fine, this is the static service. And here we are not getting a, here we are not having any. No, fine. Now industry service. Go to the industry service. In industry service also simply web only. In this service also simply web. Other than apart from the web, we need Swagger. So for the front end user interface as well as documentation. Fine. So coming to here, here also I have an application. See, here also I have an application. Component scan, the base package we need to give and enable Swagger to find. Here I'm creating a bean, REST template bean. So why this REST template? Whenever you are calling an external service, you need to follow some protocol using some component. So using some RESTful service related component. So or template. So this is nothing but a REST template. So whenever you are calling an external services, you need to use this REST template. So how we are using, what are the methods are available in this REST template, we will see now. Fine. So anyway, this is the class, right? So we need to create a bean for this. Then only the Spring container will register REST template as a bean inside the Spring framework. Inside this
REST
application.
template is an inbuilt. I mean, it is a library.
Yes.
Or okay.
It is inbuilt class from the web client.
Raju, from the main class, if you want to call any other class in Spring Boot, then what is the procedure? So we need to create a bean.
Correct.
We can't simply auto-wire another class and call it from the main.
Well, why we need to call here? So we don't need to call, right? Our application flow will comes into the controller. Why? Because this is the REST controller, right? It will come here and it will go.
So for example, if we don't have a controller, like for example, right
we
now
can call directly. Yes. Whatever your question is correct. So if you don't have, we need to call here from the application context. We can call here.
Okay.
We can call each and every bean here.
No, okay, but in this case, if I'm auto wiring class, so it is not possible to call within the main class, right? Because it says that static method can be initiated in the static block. Is it?
No, we can call no issue. But we need to define that is a static. Okay? Inside the static methods, we cannot call non-static variables, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So, for example, in this case, we have another class, and I want to call this class. How will you do that from main? Usually, we create an object and we call the object, and you with the object.
Exactly.
Yeah. But Spring Boot, how we do it?
Spring Boot also same only. So if you want to call another class here, we need to create an object for this and object.get we can call. Otherwise, we can create auto-wide here. Auto-wide instance we can call here.
But okay, like because I'm right now working on a project actually, and I'm not able to auto wire another class and call that class from the main class. It says
no. Whenever you are auto wiring, that should be a Spring component. You need to put that on top of that class at that component. Then only you can auto wire. Otherwise, we cannot auto wire. It should be
Okay.
Spring component. It should be Spring component. So which
Okay.
classes you will be auto-aware? So that should be Spring component. So Spring
Okay.
component in the sense whether it is a service, whether it is a repository, whether it is a controller, whether it is a component, whether it is a configuration. So
Okay.
you need to mention one annotation on top of the class, then you can auto-aware. It will
Okay.
work.
Okay.
It
I
will
will
work.
try it.
So
Okay.
directly you cannot auto-aware.
Okay.
So if you are auto-wiring,
Directly we can't auto-wire in the main class, but other from
correct.
other. Okay.
Otherwise, you can create the object for that. Instead of auto-wiring, you can create the object.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Yes. So coming to industry controller. So here is the REST controller, and here we have a see. I'm using this auto-wire, right? So industry service, it should be a Spring component in terms of by defining some annotation related to Spring framework.
Okay.
So yeah, let me come here. So this is we already have, right? Address service, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Service
Yeah.
is implementing, right? So
Yeah.
we need to put like that. Yes. So now, okay, fine. So industry service and industry service simple. So in the service we have a one method, industry name, and the service simple. Here the main logic. Here it is the main logic. So see, we need industry config. Why? Because so if you see here, if you see the application data properties. So whenever we are calling an external service, so we need to have an address of that external service. Fine. So here it is the local host port number. This is the URI of that method. If you see here, actor microservice in the controller slash get industry name of industry name, right? So get actor by industry. That is what here we mentioned, get actor by industry path. So of 0. So 0 in the sense we can pass this value any industry name, whether it is a Tollywood, whether it is a Bollywood, like that we can pass. Whenever we are having a placeholders in the property files, we need to mention like this manner. So like this type. So this is the format, or this is the syntax of passing a dynamic parameters along with the URL. Fine. So now coming to service IMPL. So to load this industry config, so we have a value. Whenever we are having a properties, whenever we are having a key value place, I already tell you. So at the rate value of key, we can have a value of this actors Microsoft URL. That URL will come here and sit in this variable. So we have a setters and getters method to hold this value. Fine. So coming to service IMPL. So we have a URL of external service. We have a REST template to call that external service. Object mapper. So object mapper. So I will tell you object mapper also. Why we are using object mapper here. Fine. First of all, we need to prepare a URL. We need to prepare a URL to call this external service. So get actor service service API URL. I am preparing a URL here by passing industry name. Why? Because our URL is having one placeholder, right? 0. So I need to replace this. I need to replace this name by passing industry name. So how I am preparing? See here. So I'm having industry name by from the request. So I'm checking strings dot is blank not. So which means it should not blank or empty. So it will check. Not blank means not null or empty. It will check. So it will be not null or empty. Fine. If it is not empty, if it is a value, it will come inside this. So this is the URI component builder. URI component builder is the one class. Using that, we can construct the URL by passing dynamic placeholders. So what is our dynamic placeholder? Industry name. If you come here, so dot format string, format URI string of format. So whenever we are using a format, this URL target is the URL, right? So this is the placeholder. So it will come here URL with the placeholder, and whenever we are passing this name, it will be replaced wherever it is a placeholder is there with the help of this formatting string format, right? So with the help of this method, wherever we are having a placeholder here, I will debug and I will show you how it will be having a placeholder. So it will automatically replace this value into this placeholder, and it will formatted as a some object builder. So this is the object, right? So we need to provide the toString method by after constructing builder, right? We need to build that final object, and we need to encode in the sense it will by default decode in terms of formatting strings. We need to encode in an actual string, and we up to here it is an object. So we need to toString that object as a string. So then it is coming as a URL. Now it is completely coming a URL. After that, obviously any service will give response the response entity only. Why? Because in our service also we are defining a controller response entity only. List of factors. It should be response entity. So if you see here, our controllers, we already write, right? Response entity. So we need to take this response entity as a response here. Response entity of object. Fine. And also we will have a list of factors as a response. So that is also I defined here as a null. Now industry response is the here is the I need to return industry response, right? I am creating a new object here. REST template dot get for entity. So here we have a different methods. If you see here we have a different methods, exchange method, URL, HTTP method, and all we can pass. So and also I have a get for entity, get for object, like that we have. So get for entity, post for entity. See, after post for entity, string URL and object. So like that we can use. So in our purpose, we can pass the URL and we can get the response as a object. Response type is the object. Whether it is a list or whether it is anything, we need to get a object here. Fine. So here we will get the response of this response entity. It is having a response as well as response status code also. Now I want to get the response body. Of course, it is returning array list. It is returning a array list here. So if you see the service actors controller, it is returning a array list of actors, right? So that is the reason I'm converting this. I'm converting this response body into the array list. So this is array list is nothing but a list of actors. So now I'm getting a list of actors here. So okay, fine. So after that, I need to set the industry response. So if you open this industry response object, industry name and the actors list. So whatever we are preparing, we are getting the as part of response industry name and industry actors list. I'm preparing a response object here. So in that object, I'm having a variables, industry name and all. So industry name, I'm setting whatever I'm passing this industry name, I'm setting, and the response of actor list, whatever I'm getting here as part of this actor list, I'm setting here. Finally, I'm getting a by passing industry name, I'm getting a actors list here. Fine. So let me run these two services and let me debug so that you people will understand. First of all, I need to run the industry sorry actors actors service. So let me run debug as Spring Boot application. Fine. So it is running, application is running. So it is started with the 2024 is the port number. Is the port number. Fine. So this is having a by passing industry name Tollywood. So if I'm executing that, so whatever the Tollywood actors are coming, here it is coming. This is an individual service. This service will be consumed by actor service, industry service. This is the actor service, right? If you give the Tollywood, we are getting these values: Indian Telefilm, Mahesh Babu, Allu Arjun, Prabhas, and Vijay Devarkonda. So like that we are getting. Fine. If I giving Bollywood actors will become. So Bollywood actors will become Amitabh Bachchan, Salman Khan, and Ranveer Singh and Amir Khan. Fine. So whatever way I'm giving if I'm giving Hollywood, I will get the Hollywood related actors, right? So that is what we prepared as a static data in our service. Fine. Let me start another service, industry service. So let me start this industry service. So debug, I'm running in a debug. So I'm running in a debug mode. And also I want to put here that call will go inside these actors and it will come the response. So it will come the response also. Why? Because we are consuming, right? The call will be come here from service 7 to service 6, which means service B to service A, it will come. So let me check how it will be going and how it will be coming. So let me check. So let me open one more Swagger here. So instead of that, let me give the 5. I think 5. If it is not, we will check. Sorry, duplicate and 5. I think it is 5. Let me check. Yeah, 5. So industry service. So just I'm giving a industry name. So Hollywood. So I'm using debug, right? So let me wait. So it is coming here. It is coming here. This is the industry service. So whatever I'm passing here, Hollywood, it is coming here. Let me go here. Let me go inside. So just let me inside. Let me go inside. So it will come here. Industry name I am passing. So let me maximize this. Fine. So it is not empty, right? So it is having a value. So that it will come inside. So that it will come inside. Fine. So what is this URL? Obviously, with the placeholder, it will come. So if you see here, the placeholder it is coming. So this value will be the placeholder is coming. This value will be replaced with in this placeholder. So if you come here, let me have 6. So see here, now it will be replaced. The 0 will be replaced by Hollywood with the help of Spring URI builder. So fine. Now let me see. The response is created. Get for entity. So I already put the debug in service 6, which means actor service. So the control will be go to the next service. I'm resuming the next service. See, actor service, it is coming. Debug is, it is coming. Call is coming from service A to service B to service A, which means industry service to actor service. The call is coming. So let me put here. So here I'm having a response here. I'm having a response. This response will be go there. So in industry, right? So let me open here. Let me put the here. Fine. So whatever the response is coming, 200 status, 200 status, and star name. This is the one object. So this is the array of objects we are coming, right? So now let me get this body. If I get this body directly, I'm getting the list, right? This is the body, right? Fine. So this response should be the array list, and this is the list of factors. Fine. So see, whenever we are calling an external service, what is the type of data is returning this service? The same response we need to prepare, and we need to have a response object, the same with the including the field names also. Then only we can directly it will convert it to the respective response. So otherwise we need to traverse list, and we need to keep the 1 by 1 value. We need to put the response DTO. Instead of that, so whatever this response is coming, the same fields we can have a list of actors as a response. So now I am putting the industry response as this industry name. Whatever I am getting a name, I am putting. Whatever I am getting a response as a list from the external service, I'm putting the set actors list here, industry response. So now you can see in the industry service, industry controller. Now you can see the same response here. So I'm preparing some actors list as a list, and this is the all industry name is the Hollywood, and actors list is the array. I'm getting like this. So can I, if I just I'm disabling the debug. I'm disabling the debug. Let me give the one more value. Hollywood. So Hollywood, we are getting all the values. It is consuming an external service, and we are getting. So let me give the Bollywood. So same, how we are getting in a actors list individually. The same way we can call by consuming an actor service. inside the industry service. So Alan and Sumesh, did you get the flow, and do you have any doubts?
Uh, Raju, like a little bit confusing. If we go through the code again, we import a debug and see. I think so we can completely follow.
So where you are confusing, let me know. See here, see here we have a two services. One is the industry service, one is the actor service, right? Inside the industry service. So inside the industry service. So if you open this controller, this is the industry service. By passing an industry name, we are getting the actors. So that actors is nothing but a industry response. Why? Because industry response we are creating. This is the industry
Raju,
controller, right?
once again, in industry API, we have, I mean, in industry thing, we have only one API, right? Get actors by
Only
industry.
one.
Okay.
Correct.
In actors project, what do you have? Only one API, right?
Only one API. Only one
Okay.
API.
Okay. So you have started the industry API as well as the actors API.
Right? Correct. So why? Because if we are not starting this service, if the actor service is down, we will get the null pointer internal server error. So external service is down or service is not reachable. So whenever we are calling an external service, the service should be up and running. Otherwise, we cannot call the service.
Okay.
It should be up and running.
Raju,
So how can we?
Yeah, Raju. Raju, once again, can you come to that industry project once again and to the risk controller thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so this industry response is nothing but an service, right? Get actors by industry. Actors by the industry name. Yeah, this is a service.
Correct.
Can you go inside that? Okay,
Yeah,
from here you are getting the industry name. So get actors service API URL is nothing but you are getting the URL from that properties file.
Actor
right?
service. Properties file. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever we
have
that yes.
We have that index value also, so that sorry, I'm interrupting. Sorry.
No,
you
can go ahead. No.
Okay.
See, whatever the service, external service we are calling, that URL we need to prepare. URL is the we are preparing here.
Okay. So you are getting the URL and you are hitting that normal thing. Whatever you are doing is like industry response is nothing but the getter and setter, right? Model thing.
Correct. Yes. Model thing. Whatever we need to pass as whatever response of this service. Okay.
So you are getting that URL REST response. Get for entity is an this one, right? Inbuilt
method. Inbuilt method of REST template. See, we have all inbuilt methods. So based on our input parameters, we can use the methods inside this. Whether it is an exchange, whether it is a get per entity, whether it is a post per entity, we can use.
Okay, so you'll get the REST response here, and you are passing it.
And also, this is a URL type. This is a object is the response type. Object is the response type. That is what we are getting here, right?
Okay. So from here you are converting that into a mapper value. I mean that mapper thing. Your response value.
So here we are getting a response, right? Response in the sense response object entity. This is what we are getting.
Okay.
So after that,
after
that I am getting a response body, right? So response body instead of iterating list of objects. So I am using object mapper. Whenever you are having a same values in a kind of list. Here also we are getting a list, right? So you need to prepare one actor class here inside the industry service. The same. So using object mapper, we can directly replace. To the same values. Whatever we are getting the properties to these properties using mapper.
Mapper. Okay. So industry.response, like you are doing a set industry name. This is confusing. So from
and
the
why
response, what you are doing?
Here we need to send response, right? This service response we need. So what is the response here? Industry name and actually actors list. So industry name, whatever we are passing industry name we are having, and whatever we are getting in actors list from calling external service. external service.
Okay.
So that is what I
Okay.
am setting here. That is what I am setting.
Okay. Okay. You are just setting the industry. I mean,
Response.
the
I'm setting actors response.
okay response. Okay. You are
Yeah.
getting the okay. You are
Actors
just
response
giving the
as-
industry. Okay. Got it. Got it. You are
Hmm.
doing that industry name and the response thing. You are doing a set. I mean, you are doing a setter thing and you are returning the response value.
Correct.
The
See,
object.
up
Okay.
to up to here, I'm getting a response from the external service, but I need to prepare the response to this method, right? So that is what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
doing here.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
But
Got it.
yeah, this is
Rajiv.
what I'm
After okay. Okay. So when we are coming to so there you are getting the response of that for the particular industry name, right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay. When you come to the actors project,
Yeah,
can you come to actors project?
actors project is a simple actors project. So
Okay.
here also we
Normal
have a
thing.
say normal thing. It is returning a
Okay.
list of actors simply normal thing.
Okay. Okay. So there, with the
Yeah.
help of that index value from the application.properties, you are getting this API and you are passing it.
Correct, exactly. What is this?
Okay. Okay.
What is this? What is the service port number? The service port number is 2024. And also, what is
Okay.
this URL service? This is what the URL of the service. The same thing I
Okay.
configured it. Configured it industry
Okay.
service application
Okay.
properties.
Application. Okay. There, can you come? Yeah, 7, I think so. Yeah, application.properties. Okay. You
Yeah.
have given 2024. Okay, fine. I got it.
Yeah, 2024. So now you got it,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
from
I
this
got it.
service, we are calling an actor service by using REST template with the
Okay.
help of REST template.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Somesh, do you have any doubt?
No, no. No, for now, Raju.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about 11? 11.
Yeah, it was also a bit confusing for me before, but now after you explained it quite okay. But then I have to look into the video again, and maybe then I will understand. If
Exactly.
question,
So if you do the practice, you will be very clear. So this will be clear when you do the practice.
okay.
So who asked me the first Somesh, right?
Yeah.
Which
Okay,
one?
fine.
Okay.
No. Industry. This previously your doubt is raised, right? Somesh or Ellen?
Sumesh.
Okay, Somesh. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You're understanding. Yeah, you're following very well. No issue. You're following the things. Okay, fine. So whenever we are consuming a service, we need two services. One is external service should be up and running. So and current service we need to consuming an external service like this. We need to configure the like this. So in the service simple, we are preparing an external service call here using REST template. So that is what we are doing here. Got it?
Okay.
So any more questions?
No. I don't have any questions. But
Okay.
we will look into this video again, and maybe next class, I think if there are any doubts, then we will ask you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, Raju. Yeah.
Yeah. I am there to clear each and every doubt from you guys, and also I want to make you guys will be strong whenever we are having this type of classes. We should be clear what we are doing. See here, industry name, right? Here it is a coming industry name as a input. So before calling an external service, we need to prepare the URL first. First of all, I'm talking about the calling the external service only. Then I will talk about the response of this method. Okay. Before response of this method, I'm calling an external service, right? First of all, I need to prepare a external service response. So whatever it is coming by calling this service, by calling the service, I need to prepare the response for this class, response for this external service. What is this response? It is a response entity by default. REST service will always give the response entity, but we don't know what objects will be here inside this object. So after getting this object, each and every response, whether it is a map, whether it is a list, whether it is a normal object, all comes under a response as object type. So here I am getting an object of response entity. Now whenever we are getting a response body here, that response body of actor service is returning a list of actors. Why? Because we know, if you see here, so in the controller, this is the list of actors, right? Return type. The same way, I'm preparing a list of actors response. So as a null. So I'm giving the list of actors. So whenever we are using a mapper, instead of otherwise, if you are not using mapper, you need to traverse. You need to traverse entire this list one by one, and you need to put the get the objects, and you need to put the objects to the this list. So instead of doing a manual work or manual traversing of this response body of list of objects, I'm taking the help of object mapper. Hey mapper, whatever I'm getting that this response body, the same type of object I have. So you need to copy these properties into these actors of list object. So that is what I'm saying, mapper. So now this mapper is converting directly to the list of actors response. Okay. So okay, fine. So here I'm getting actual response of this service. Okay, fine. But what is my response? Industry response for this method response. So for that I am creating an object for this. What this object simply DTO. This industry name and actors list is it is expecting as part of response. So here I'm having a actors list as a list, right? Whatever I'm sending a input parameter is the industry name, right? So that is what I'm setting here. Industry response dot set industry name. This is what I'm passing here. That the value will be available here. That I'm putting, and set actors list. So whatever I'm getting a response of this external service, I'm putting here. So that is what this method response, right? You got it, right? What I'm saying.
Yes, yes, Raju.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So and also next class also we will have one more REST communication. That will be next level of REST communication. But for this, you need to download these two projects. I will give you the GitHub links in our YouTube description, so that you will download, and you will do the manually debugging the code, so that you will understand very well. Okay.
Yeah, Raju.
Okay.
Raju, like in
Yeah,
real
see,
time, it will be like this only.
This only, like this only.
Like this only. Okay, so for each and every module, they'll have a consider in an e-commerce application, you can say there is a login page and a home page, order page or checkout page, something is there. For each and every module, they'll have a separate microservice. Like that, I'm asking them.
Login page and all different controllers, not different microservices, different controllers.
Microservice. Okay, when does it come to a microservice? Now you have an actors as a module and industry as a separate module, right? I mean, the service.
Separate service. Yeah.
Service, yeah. So
before Springboard, we have a monolithic application. Whatever you are saying, the login page, order, and different components you said, right? For that, all are we are developed in a single service, but that is not recommended way. So application or service weight will be increased, and if one component is not working, entire service goes down, right? So that is the reason. Microservice. Micro means a small component.
Okay.
So the people are divided in a small piece of components which will work individually without depending on any other.
Okay.
So that availability of the maintainability of the services, and security of the services, and strongness, which means robustness of the services, will be increased.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the reason we can call it as these services as microservices, and also the services should be follow some guidelines, Then only our service we can call it as a microservice. So what are the guidelines? I will let you know after some classes. If I tell you right now, you people will confuse. So after 4 or 5 or 6 classes, I will tell you why our service will call it as a microservice. So what are the factors it is following, so that the services will be microservice. So what factors, if for example, my service is following so and so guidelines, so that my service can be called it as a microservice. So what are those guidelines? I will tell you after 2 or 3 more classes. So that guidelines are nothing but a 12-factor manifesto or 12-factor methodology. We can call it as. What are the 12 factors? We will discuss in later.
Sure, sure,
Okay. Yeah.
sure.
Thanks, friends, and thanks for
Yeah,
your time. And
Raju, do you have like 2 minutes, because I want to show what I've been doing it, but as you said, I'm sharing it. Can you see it?
yeah, let me show. Yeah, I'm able to see.
Okay, so this is the class component. As you said, I have this one, so I want to call this to the main class, but then I'm not able to do it. Just it's showing me this one.
Hey, go back, go back. Okay, Kafka service and Kafka produce service. Auto-wide. Okay, fine. So okay.
I'm just sending message actually in the producer. And
Hey, when you are sending a producer, you need to use the Kafka template. You cannot directly send a message. You
okay,
need to use the Kafka template. Using the Kafka template only you can send. Where is your Kafka template?
so this is no. So actually, I wanted to call this method actually. The one moment. This service, this method. I want to call this method. One moment. Yeah, this method. This method I want to call.
Kafka template is there, right? Kafka template send you can use.
Okay.
Yeah, then only you can send the message to the particular topic. Directly you should not use the Kafka service, producer service.
Okay.
And refer my Kafka video, Spring Boot Kafka, so that you will understand where you did mistakes.
Yeah, but the thing is, like every tutorial is with REST API. I wanted like I was trying without REST API, so it was a bit confusing.
Okay. So you want to call these things in a main method.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. So we can. So I think we need to load that. First of all, we need to load that bean. So okay, I got it. So do the thing. Do the simple application. Okay.
Okay.
Do the instead of control, instead of having a controller, write some normal methods instead of Kafka. So
Okay.
if that class is working, the same things you need to replicate here.
Okay.
Don't go straight directly from this example. First of all, you need to use a simple application like writing some normal service classes. So if you are able to get the service classes inside the main method, then the same thing you need to replicate using Kafka.
Okay. Yeah.
Got it,
I
right?
will try it and I will iterate you. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
But thank you guys. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.